Good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon. The dashboard on my vehicle, or my daughter's vehicle, I'm sorry. Um, it has a black dashboard and it's causing irritation to my eyes because it's so hot outside. And so I need to avoid looking my eyes all the time. Have to leave my eyes all the time. And I don't know if sunglasses might work. I don't know. But I came on to talk. Though I haven't always been, I mean, I have faith in God 100%, but sometimes I'll fall off, like I'll listen to tarot readers, I'll reach out for advice, um, I do all those things. For a long time I wanted to be a tarot reader, because I did, I always did, since as long as I can remember. I almost feel like I fit in there, right? But I don't need those things. So Father had me paint a picture upside down, and it's the Ace of Cups. Because when you paint upside down, it gives a whole different aspect, right? It teaches you to think differently. I had read it somewhere. And so I did that, and it was a cup. I don't know if Father gave it to me, but something did, right? So I remember when my mother was alive, I would go to the store and I'd buy me a deck when I was a kid. And not a kid, I was 18. And then I got rid of it. And then all through the years, like every other 3 years, I think it was, I would buy new decks. And they'd look at them for a few minutes, but sometimes I didn't get to that point because my mother would call me and she would say, "What you doing?" Oh man, she did it every time. I mean, she always knew. And so I would just take it back to the store. I wouldn't mess with that. So over the last couple months, I fell back into watching them again, and I picked up some cards and I looked at them, and I always take them back. For me, it doesn't feel right. I mean, I probably have a real strong. I could probably do it, but because of my faith, or my religion throughout my life, it probably wouldn't be accepted. And I've talked to my priest. I have confessed it. But I do it face to face. I don't do anything behind doors because to me that's not owning it. When Jesus died on the cross, he was naked, and everybody saw it. You can't deny what happened to him. So I don't feel, doing that. But I go to different churches though because no one needs to know my business. I mean, they don't speak to anybody, but there's a lot of people waiting outside that door. And I've seen people from my congregation in different churches just like me. Because sometimes we don't want our home churches to know what we're doing. We don't want to be judged. And so that's why we do these things, And I understand it 100%. I mean, my daughter would go into confession and they were asking her about me. And I was like, why are you doing that? And I made a complaint once because they know if they want to speak to me about anything, they can come and speak to me. I don't think it was, at first I took it wrong, but I'm thinking what they're thinking is anything new going on, so, because a lot of things happened in my parish that, a lot of changes, and so, I think they were just curious all the time, like what I was up to or what I was doing, but that's not okay, and so, I'm making the video for a lot of different reasons, but you should really tell your kids, if a priest or an adult asks your kids anything, they need to let you know. My daughter always knew not to reveal any information to someone, that they could come to me. But that's not the subject here. So again, I was walking down that path again. But for me, it's because I only know what I'm supposed to know. So if I want to know more things, I go to the readers. But I don't pay for it. I watch them on YouTube, and their followers are huge in numbers, huge. Um, but I wanted to talk about it because you know um, I don't like that part. I don't even need it. I mean, they talk to me constantly, the angels. I get scriptures in right in, I see things all the time. So I think it's just something that I have to understand about myself. That, this is who I am. And because I've been pushed down for it and, ridiculed or called names, witch is the number one that I get called a lot. A witch. And that bothers me because I'm not doing anything harmful. I'm speaking God's word, giving you a message from a person on the other side, So, I don't know how to explain that. Or I give a talk to someone and that's the person I go after, my abilities. And it's awful. It's a horrible feeling. You think you're doing good, but somebody's gonna cut it down. Yeah, let's just do it. I don't care. They're just a human being, it doesn't matter. So, it frustrates me. I do get frustrated because, after everything that happened to me, I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to die. But I don't know what it was. Something changed that. And every now and then I'll get an angel standing next to me, reassuring me that I'm loved and I'm worthy and I have every right to be on this planet like anybody else. And it makes me cry because knowing that I have that support, I don't need a deck of cards to tell me otherwise. I don't feel shame, but I do know that when people started, like strengthen their abilities, they became readers. But me personally, I think there's another way I could do that. I don't want to go to that, and I'm trying really hard to stay away from them. And it's funny too. So in one of my art pictures that I shared on Facebook, it was a symbol of the rising phoenix. When I put that in my house, my light dimmed. When they took it out a couple months later, my lights got brighter. I'm really not sure what that means, but that's what happened too. Like, I brought them in the house, everything gets darker. And then when I take them out, everything becomes brighter. And today, when I took them out of the house and got rid of them, I was at a store and there was a customer right here, like standing right there, and I turned around to say, stop doing that, and there was nobody there, but I felt the presence. It's crazy. I talk to God all the time, and I'm trying to just be me without even myself judging me. I judge myself a lot. And when things happen to me, I just let it go, but really I don't. I talk about it, let it to my mind 100 times. What did I do wrong? How did I do this? Should I do it this way? I'm trying to wrap my mind around, I guess, the why. I don't know. But the Lord's got me 100%. And He's been giving me scriptures and talking to me and refreshing my memory and just keeps working with me. Never gives up on me no matter what. Because he knows my heart. He knows what I'm looking for. But I'm still trying to figure out what I'm looking for. But I don't care anymore if I'm judged. That's for sure. Because if I can't be myself, then I can't be anything to anyone. And there's no mask here. I go back into therapy this week, and I'm looking forward to it because it helps me work through things. And I don't know what I'm going to work through until I step in that door, and then I start seeing it. And it helps because it's helping me. And that's how he works. And he allows me to make my mistakes. He allows me to see it. And then we go back to being with us again. He always reminds me that he fights my battles. Psalms 109, Psalms 57, Psalms 58. I mean, David was always consulting and bothered all the time. At the pressure point. But I don't want to be stressed anymore. So I just saw the impression of the feathers. So it tells me that the angels are working here. And so last week there was a feather on my light, and I was like, oh man, I hope I didn't hit a bird. I was freaked out because I don't want to do that. I don't know where it came from, but it was just hanging there a whole week. I could see it right in front of my sight, and then I think yesterday or the day before, it went away. I don't know where it went. It was windy, and the heat is so bad right now. Crazy.